Welcome to the 100 Master Coaches series featuring master coaches from around the world. Let's journey together on this 100 Master Coaches series with your host, Coach Mel, MCC. Heru Yuwono is a triple master certified coach with the three globally recognized coaching bodies, the ICF, EMCC, and AC. Before coaching, he had more than 25 years in corporate MNC, JV and local companies in the financial services sector. He is also a people development facilitator and serves as a catalyst to leaders and organizations with the focus on leadership and coaching. Now on to the show.
Hello, and welcome to the 100 Master Coaches show. This is Coach Mal, and today my guest is from Jakarta, Indonesia. He is Heru Yuwono. Give him a big round of applause. Welcome to the show, Heru.
Thank you, Mel. It's an honor to be in this show, included in this show.
No worries. Why don't you start by doing that? Because I know we already have a bit of a chat during the pre-show. Tell us a little bit more.
Thank you, Mel. What a host you are. Now, it's an honor for me because in Indonesia, MCC is rare. Even until now, it's only 5 of us. So
wow.
I was thinking it's not just about me, but maybe I could represent our country, our lovely country as well. So this shirt is a national dress. Call it batik. Yeah. So you can Google it, batik. We can wear this in a formal events to replace the suit and tie. So that's why I wear this.
That's beautiful.
And that's the first reason. And the second reason, the background matches with this. Actually, this is about nature, and also we just learned about breathing, which is good for our physical health, mental health, and also for our coaching.
Yeah.
Breath work. Thank you for that. So hopefully this also brings some positive and joyful, vibrant in our conversation. And the third one, now this is a bit personal, man.
Okay.
I've taken my VIA character strength and virtue assessment.
Yes.
24 character strength. You know, the top 3, one of it is love of learning. That's why I'm really happy to share, to learn from other people as well, like you.
Yeah.
But you know, the bottom 3, well, the bottom one is appreciation of beauty. So this is like I need to learn to appreciate the beauty of flowers.
And I heard just now in the pre-show that you've learned it from 2 important people in your life. Is that correct?
Yes, of course. You know, 3 is my number. Our family, 3. I have 1 wife and 1 daughter. Yeah, much better. This is like chosen by my wife. I cannot even match the right color, man.
You know, just like how we trust the process and we trust our coachee, right?
Yes.
We, in our relationship with our spouse, we trust her as well.
Well, she's my better half. I thank God for that. And we have 1 daughter, lovely daughter. I'll tell you a bit about that later on. Yeah.
All right. That's a great introduction. I must say you are the most colorful guest we've had so far. in Indonesian or in Malay, we say warna-warni. You know, that means multicolor.
Multicolor. So hopefully this sparks of joy as well.
Yeah,
in all of us. Yep.
Yeah. And even saying that, Heru, you know, joy is such an important element. It's not just about being happy, because we know that happiness is sometimes fleeting. It's like the dew in the morning is here for a while and then gone.
Yes.
And happiness is one of the things that people are after in their life. But if they only understood there is something deeper called joy.
Correct.
Yeah.
Wow, you start with the reflective conversation already. You're really a master coach, Mel. Thank you.
And so are you. And I would love to start where it all began for you, Heru.
Okay.
Tell us about your coaching journey.
I think below the water, I think there was a seed planted by my creator, but also my environment. I'm talking about my parents, especially my late dad.
Wow.
I have a wonderful dad. He passed away about 3 years ago, 90 years old plus. Of course, he's not perfect, but I owe him much. Now, when I say the seed, he is the one, of course, he's a very family man, loving the family. He is the one who has a very big enthusiasm in helping others. So it's like his life is like serving others.
Yeah.
So that's maybe my story. But now let's go above the waterline.
Thank you for sharing that.
My life has 3 landscapes, 3 different courses. First, I was a badminton player. From 9 years old, maybe I didn't tell you. 9 years old, I played badminton. And I went up into like the province, champion in the province.
Yeah.
And I was fortunate to be trained by the greatest badminton athlete at that time, even until now, I think, Rudi Hartono Kurniawan.
Wow.
So he is the one in the Guinness Book of Record, 8 times All England champions. At that time, if you ask my life purpose, only one, becoming like Rudi Hartono. 9 years old, stepping my way, juniors, and then I got disease twice, liver disease. So, short story, I stopped playing badminton. This is not my course. And then I went back to university because, you know, when you become a badminton athlete, you have to train 2-3 times a day, daily. So I stopped there. Few of my friends, they become an Olympic medalist and etc. But it's their path. It's not my path. Then I stopped, went back to university and start the career from bottom. Went into corporate life. 20 plus years in the corporate life, 25 years. And short story, November 2010, I was about 47 to 48 years old. It's okay to tell my age, isn't it?
It's totally all right. It's okay.
And I was a CEO of a life insurance company at the time. I enjoy my work in a way, but I enjoy my time when I was the director of HR. But when appointed as a CEO, somehow I couldn't manage well. I mean, the company is still growing 20-30%, but my successor, he can grow it 40 to 50%. He's a better CEO than me. And at that time, 4 a.m. in the morning, I got a heart attack. So you can imagine 47, 48 CEO level, flew me. And then the professor said, I found 4 breakages, 20%, 80, 80, 90. And they put me 2 rings here, and 2 balloons. Short story, I think I need to find my 3rd course, not in the corporate life. My wife and my daughter also agree. Actually, it's not agree. They prefer me not to do the corporate life. Yeah. And maybe I'll tell you a little bit. Can I have like 1 minute? Because this is like a turning point.
Sure.
Of course, when I decided, my creator gave me another chance of life. When they pushed me into the, well, it's not a surgery room because he just put the ring, the standing. But I think if I have this second chance of life, I want to make it better. Decided not to go back to corporate life. I want to find something else. And temptation coming. Headhunters. There's one I cannot say because it's a confidential. Very good offer.
Yeah.
Cannot resist. They want to put me somewhere else outside Indonesia as a regional and etc. And I think I can do it because that's the area that I understand.
Yeah.
But you know, even before I really understand coaching, I think my wife is my coach as well. My wife and my daughter, they're not supporting me to take that job. But I really want to take it. But then, now this is the good thing. She just said, thank you. I said, what you say thank you for? What makes you want to take that job? That's the question. And I said, blah, 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 blah. I want to prepare our future, money-wise, career, da, 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 da. But I think if I reflect that, it's about my ego. About me, not about them, not about other people. And then my wife said, that's why I said, thank you. I know you want to become a good husband, good father. But let me tell you one thing. Your daughter and me, we prefer you stay healthy because my daughter was born in year 2000, so 2000, about 10 years old.
10 years old, yeah.
We need to accompany her for a long time. I didn't say any word. I just called the headhunter. Thank you. Sorry, I didn't pursue that anymore. That's the story. So 2000 short story, I went into ICF, and then 9 years later, 2019, I got my MCC. And then I went into another mountain. I went into EMCC. I got another master and associate for coaching, another master.
Oh, wow. And I will cover those 3 mountains in a moment. Don't you worry, okay? But firstly, I thank you for sharing that, because people listening on this show, Heru, some may be in that place of transition. You know what I mean? Yeah. They are thinking, am I called to be in this line for the rest of my life?
Yeah.
Nothing wrong for them to already be in there, right?
Yeah.
Because they've been successful. And I'm sure you and I have met very successful people, from HR leaders, right, to different heads of departments. And then suddenly when they reach a certain age, I will not mention what age, it is like they reach a point of inflection, right? It's like a point of contemplation, thinking,
Correct.
Shall I turn left today or shall I turn right today? And I think that's the important point, that we need to reflect and evaluate what's truly important to us in our life. I think that is an amazing story, and I'm sure people listening in will realize it's never too late.
Yes. And maybe I add one more. To me, it's the divine intervention.
Wow.
And I like everything happens for a reason, and a purpose.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
It serves you. And can I add one more? Everything is in His time. The timing is, His timing is always right for us.
Perfect timing.
Our job is to be more attuned, more attentive to that.
It's true. It's true. Now, from a corporate person, right?
Right.
And then going into something, that means now you've got to set up your own enterprise, yeah? Tell us a little bit about that, because, I don't think it's just like a walk in the park, right? It's not easy being an entrepreneur, right? So tell us a little bit about that early days of being an entrepreneur.
Okay. So I like, and I would like this show is becoming not about me showing about my success, but also more about, I want to be vulnerable, including my challenge, my failure, and
Very
everything.
True.
Because nobody is perfect. Now, to tell you the truth, let me go back one step before.
Okay.
Not even establishing a business, even going into the coaching is very challenging for me, man. Okay. And I said 20 plus years in a corporate life. We are paid, they demand us to make decisions, solve the problem, direct advice, get the revenue, the profit, everything is like, that's the measurement, isn't it?
Yeah.
Of a successful executive. Now, this I experienced myself, and I told my students this sentence. You know what? Learning coaching is challenging. Yeah, true. Hang on, comma. The more challenging is unlearning the non-coaching.
Wow.
I experienced that.
Yeah, so true.
Make it just one thing. We are wired, we are trained, we are paid to make decisions, to give advice, to judge in a corporate life.
Yeah.
But now as a coach, hey, I like your metaphor. Be a clean mirror. Hold the clean mirror to your client.
It's true.
Don't judge.
And that's very, very difficult to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Indeed. Now let me tell you a bit about my, can you guess my DISC? This is a very basic one, DISC result. I'm more I and D.
I can kind of guess it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was not a pleasant person. Maybe still is. Hopefully not so much. I interrupt people. I give advice. I judge. I assume. Even to my loved ones.
Yeah, I hear you.
Of course, after that, I prefer to be like a freelancer. I become associate here and there.
Yeah.
But after I got the MCC, 2019, then again, this is divine intervention. Many of my colleagues, my clients say, open your coaching school, open your coaching school. I've been mentoring for since 2017 or something. And so far, I've supported more than 30 ACC and 10 PCC. You know, in Indonesia, it's still, we only have about 200, Smell. 5 MCC, 100 plus ACC, and about 40, 50 PCC. About similar with Malaysia. Yeah. So in terms of Asian countries, we are behind. Singapore is almost 1,000. Australia is 1,000.
Yeah.
But we are behind. Thailand is better than us even. Now that's why I said, okay, if this I can be blessing for the people, if I can contribute to the industry, because you know what worries me is the malpractice. I hope you have read the COVID research from ICF.
Yeah, of course.
Let me read it. So I just want to make it right. The obstacles of the coaching industry, the biggest obstacle for coaching for the next period. The first stop is that 34% is global recession. Of course, this is the impact of the pandemic and everything.
Yeah.
But do you know the second one? Untrained individuals who call themselves coaches. 19%. So maybe that's the reason I said, okay. Then March 2020, pandemic started, and within weeks, I started my coaching mentoring institute. And then, yeah, so far, thank God, we got ACST, HACTP, and etc.
Yeah, well done. Can I say it's been like a consistent journey, if I can say that. And then suddenly, it's like it just accelerated for you. I've been a friend with you for a couple of years now, so I have seen how you have grown even through this couple of years. And I just want to say that as an encouragement to you, that this passion of yours to see coaching be more readily available for Indonesia, it's a great passion, because Indonesia is what, 200 plus million people?
250 plus, yeah. And we only have like 200 credential codes. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's a drop in the ocean. Yeah. And so I'm so encouraged really by your passion and your pursuit of excellence. So
thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So this is where I'm going to jump in, right? In your pursuit of excellence, Heru, you're probably the only person I've interviewed so far, and I've done, 50 plus interviews of master coaches, to have climbed the 3 mountains. Okay. So I'm going to give you a big round of applause and say, wow, 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 well done. Climbing 1 is already quite tough, right? Climbing 2, I know a couple of coaches that have done 2, right? Some of our friends that have appeared on this show as well, Coach Vigi and Dr. Claire.
Yeah, right.
And now on our show today, we have, and I call you with respect, Pak Heru, right? That's how we address each other actually, who has 3 of that credentialed in the master level in the 3 most influential bodies of coaching in the world. I'm just going to pause here for a moment and let that sink into our listeners, right? I want to understand what drove you, Heru, to continue this pursuit of excellence.
Right. Can I use a story? I like a storytelling.
Please.
Remember I said the seed is already there from my creator and also my family, especially my dad, to help people. So let me use this story. When I can walk, then I think, oh, I can help that aging people or old people to cross the street one at a time.
That's so good. Yeah.
From point A to point B.
Yeah.
It's about transportation. Coaching is about moving forward as well, isn't it?
Yeah. Absolutely.
So that's the metaphor. But then when I think, oh, it's quite tiring if I just walk with that person, even just go to 1 kilometer or 1 mile, it's quite tiring and taking time. So I learned to ride a bicycle. It's better now. I can carry 1 person at my back and faster and easier, not too tired. Okay.
It's true.
But then I said, oh, there's a motorcycle. So here we are. I learned motorcycle much faster, much distance, cross the distance.
Yeah.
But then I think motorcycle only 1. If 2, then the police will caught you. Okay, just 1 at your back. But then I said, oh, I think there is a car. I can learn how to drive a car and get the license.
That's true.
So I can bring people. 7-seater car is quite famous in Indonesia. I can bring 6 people to go with me further, nicer, no rain, no. So I can becoming, how to say it, value add more blessing in a way to other people. That's my calling, by the way. And then, there is a bus, 40 people at one go. And then there is a plane. I can go not just, because when I have to cross from islands to islands, it's difficult with the land transportation. There's a plane. So I learned how to become a certified pilot. Why? I want to make sure not malpractice and I can bring and help people to go further. I don't want to say the trademark, but I got the license already to fly the jumbo jet from the US manufacturer. But saying, oh, there's a European manufacturer plane. So that's how the story, I get 3 license of pilot.
I got it.
You got the story.
I got it. That's a beautiful story. I've never heard it said that way before, by the way. It is so beautiful. And it's so true, isn't it? What you're saying.
Can I read just a few minutes what I posted in my LinkedIn a few months ago after I got my 3rd master credential. So I said this one: grateful to earn master coach accreditation from Association for Coaching, which completes my journey climbing 3 peaks to earn triple master. Well, I need to explain. Triple Master is the highest level of certification from 3 most prominent global bodies in coaching mentoring that form GCMA, Global Coaching and Mentoring Alliance. 3 of them actually, they form alliance. MCC from ICF, USA. MC, Master Practitioner from EMCC, European Mentoring Coaching Council, and Master Coach MC from AC, Association for Coaching Europe. So I said, thanks to God, my family, my friend who support me along my journey. Of course, God is number 1, my family, then all friends, including you, including my fellow learners and my coaching school. Then I said this. Now, this is the important part. To me, it's not so much about accumulating accolades, but more on the learning to conquer and enrich myself to enable me to serve humanity better. Reminds me of the 2 quotes from Sir Edmund Hillary. I noticed in your previous show you mentioned about dancing Negri. it is not the mountain we conquer, but ourselves.
Mm.
That's number one. Second one, human life is far more important than just getting to the top of a mountain. And I close with this sentence. Well, I'm quoting from Sir Edmund Hillary. I see myself more like a Sherpa Tenzing Norgay, who is passionate to support others to become better version of themselves and hopefully to reach the Everest. Thank you.
I hear you. And the wonderful Sherpas are always linked to what we do as coaches, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're the ones actually not in the front getting the limelight. We are actually encouraged to be supporting in a role and allowing the person, which is the coachee, our wonderful people that we work with, the honor to work with them, to help them reach their potential, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Someone asked Tenzing Norgay, so if you are the Sherpa, you are walking in front, you should be the first one who reaches Everest, not Sir Edmund Hillary. And then, I don't know whether this is right or not.
Yeah.
Tenzing Norgay answered this, no, the last step before the peak, I give it Edmund Hillary to go first.
So amazing. Yeah, I've heard that story too, by the way. Yeah. It's a great metaphor. And I think that is the power of what coaching can do, right?
Exactly.
And I like to circle back actually, Heru, because you were already an established corporate leader. You have already led organizations, influence people, maybe even mentor many people along the way, the 20 plus years, right? Is that correct? Yeah.
Yeah, it's not in a not so nice way because I'm a bit dominant. Okay.
And that's okay, because sometimes when we didn't know about it, we didn't have the awareness.
Yes.
That we weren't that nice at this.
Yeah.
You should actually listen to one of the recordings I did when I talked about authentic leadership and how I was such an amazing leader. The other way around,
Amazing.
And I thought I was so good anyway, but today is not about me. Today is about you. I want to ask you, right? When you had the awareness, the light bulb moment, oh my gosh. So this is coaching now.
Yeah.
And means that I have not been doing all of that when I was leading. Tell us about that moment, because it is a moment of truth that is happening, right? You know what I mean?
Yep.
You want to elaborate some more about that?
Maybe go back into my purpose of life.
Sure.
I think I want to become someone that is adding values to others. Help others. Some people prefer the word support, because help sounds like different.
Correct.
But just make it simple. I want to help others. But of course, in helping, there are various methods. We have that consulting, mentoring, counseling, coaching, and etc. I'm not saying they are good or bad. We need all of them.
Exactly.
But then I didn't know about coaching at that time. Well, I found here and there, 2010, I decided to go into coaching. I thought I understand coaching after I read few books, I watch YouTube, and I joined a few trainings, one training. Now, do you know the Dunning-Kruger effect? So when we learn something, we think, oops,
we're there.
Yeah. The moment of truth coming, hey, this is only the tip of the iceberg.
That's right.
But then I decided, do I want to go there? Yeah. I think this is like, again, as I mentioned, divine intervention. This is the time for me to go into the direction where I can help people to enable them to help themselves. Basically, is that is coaching, isn't it?
Yeah.
I want to help my client but not make them dependent on me.
Yeah.
To enable them, to empower them to, in coaching, we believe client is resourceful, isn't it? Yeah. So I want to help them to become better version, help themselves to become a better person.
I hear all that and I totally agree with you. But then there are some of us that have been doing those bits of what we thought was coaching, right, for years. And then come to a point when we say, no, it's too late for me, coaching takes too long. I'm sure you've heard of these statements that people say, right?
Yes.
It's just easier for me to tell and direct people, right? It's why spend so much time like that? So there will be people who will be being exposed to coaching, but not yet have the awareness or the appreciation of the benefit that will come if they only went onto this route a little bit more.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Have you experienced that with your clients? Yeah.
Yes, not just client, also the prospective students and people who I want to learn coaching. Okay, yeah. So cool, you are get the master. Okay. Now let me clarify myself. No, coaching is not just the doing part, isn't it? Not just the skill set. It's a mindset, it's a being part. So I keep learning until now. Even I got the triple master, I still keep on learning, conquering myself, like Sir Edmund Hillary said. I want to try not to be judgmental. So if you ask me, when I meet that kind of person at that time, I said, yeah, it's your choice. Life is a choice. It's your choice. But maybe if I may share my experience, which may be not right for you, maybe. I just share my experience. We better not judge before we know better about that.
Yeah, very true.
I'm still doing mentoring as well now. That's why I'm a mentor coach for 30 plus ACC and 10 plus BCC. More than 1,000 is along on the way, waiting for the approval. So hopefully by this year, I got more than 50 already. So I'm still doing mentoring. People ask me, Heru, do you believe coaching is good? Yes. Very good, very good. It's the best one among the other. Is coaching the panacea. You know the panacea? One medicine that can heal 1,001 diseases? No. But I believe coaching is very good.
Yeah.
But there is a place and time and a situation, a person that they need another method of help.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking about not like conflicting, but I'm thinking to collaborate, to synergy between them. That's why I call my coaching school is Coaching Mentoring Institute, because I do coaching, I do mentoring as well now. I'm not a psychologist, so I don't dare to tell myself, say, I'm not a counselor, but I'm a coach and I'm a mentor now. So hopefully this answer you. So it's up to you, but please don't be judgmental before we know. Coaching is very unique, I know. It's very unique way of helping others.
You're right. I agree with you on what you say. There is a balance in play. There is also a right context in play with the right person and the right time.
Yes.
And all of these methods, including counseling and directing, very important as well, right?
Correct.
And then there is, that realization that we're going to work with newer people, younger people coming up, the different generations coming to our workforce. Now the Generation Z is coming in, right? Already in the market, like perhaps even your daughter and my daughter, because they're both in the year 2000 baby, their approach is different.
Yep.
Their expectations are different as well.
Yep.
What are your thoughts, Heru, on our approach as a manager stroke leader so that we can become more effective one to these young people coming into the workforce today? What do you think?
I have 3 points. I like the 3.
Yes,
Number 1, disclaimer. This is my personal opinion from my as short as my understanding, okay? Not as long as.
That's good.
Number 2, you're right. They are different. The way they think, the way they process, the way is different.
Yeah.
Your daughter and mine is almost the same, year 2000.
Yeah.
Now, I read a survey, but the survey is in the US and Europe. They asked young managers, I think it's millennials in a way, basically. What kind of development that you want? So they put the survey, and of course you get the ranking.
Yeah.
And you know at the top, they are the type of supporting, accompanying. So of course you can call it mentoring, coaching. The in-class training, the room in class is at the bottom.
Yeah.
And of course the articles say, what is the explanation? They said, I can find the knowledge anywhere. And it's true, isn't it? They can find it much faster than us. I don't know how to do this and that. My daughter is just in a few clicks. They say, okay, do this, that. Knowledge, but they are much faster than us.
That's true. Yeah.
So what I'm thinking is, of course, in my limited experience as a coaching and mentoring, this is what they need more.
That's good.
The supporting, the accompanying. They want to be fast, but also they are not from with the identity and etc. So they have a lot of insight them that we need to partner with them. So I will use the word partnering. I think this type of, how to say it, our contribution as a older generation, hopefully wiser.
Yeah.
Instead of telling, this is the knowledge that I know before, do it. Can I tell you a bit story, just 1 or 2 minutes?
Yeah, sure.
This is a true story. When I started learning coaching 2010, 2011, our daughter is 10, 11 years old.
Yeah.
I did coaching informally, even when I pick her up, send her to school, pick her up, going back home, 15 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. And I said, this is the conversation I always remember. And I got permission from her to share this. How's your day? I got problem with my friend. Short story. I said, that's simple. In my heart, I'm much more naughtier than you. So I that one is a small thing. So I said to her, do this, do A, it will work fine. Trust me, I did that the A before and it worked for me well.
Yeah.
You know, our daughter is a very observant, not talking too much like me. She just mentioned 2 sentences. Can you guess? 2 sentences only. When I say that, maybe with proud as well, as a father, wiser father.
Yeah.
She just mentioned two sentences. It was the old time, not now.
Wow.
You know the second one? It is you, not me.
Not me. Yeah. So wise.
Now, the third point is, that's the reason now I'm elated, I'm happy when I have a younger generation want to learn coaching. Because I think that's where they can reach out better to their generation.
Yeah.
So far, I said, maybe I have 1 ACC at 21 years old. And I'm now, hopefully, 1 even in the year 12 learning coaching, 17, 18 years old. So hopefully he can get it 20 or even less years old. ACC at least the first time. You can guess the 21st years old one.
I know that story actually, Heru, but you know, you can proudly share that I'm sure.
Yeah, it's our daughter. You know, she has been my, how to say it, guinea pig, my since she was like 11, 12 years old.
Yeah.
And the story is, I try hard not to push her to learn coaching. But when I started my coaching school March 2020, suddenly she said to me, "Papa, can I join?" I said, "Sure, of course." Actually, I've been expecting a long time.
Well, I'm still waiting. So you got to tell me what you did, right? To indirectly encourage her. Okay, let you tell your story.
I don't know. And then when I asked her to everybody, the student, after they introduce themselves, then of course I asked the basic question: what brings you here to learn coaching? You know, our daughter say very simple. I've been in the passenger seat for years, 8 years or so. I want to feel how to be in the driver's seat. That's all.
Wow, that is so powerful.
Yeah, now she's become ACC. Of course, she got, last year she got the ACC almost the same with the Bachelor of Mathematical Science. So this is also not about bragging about our daughter, because some people say, "Oh, Heru, I don't have a psychological background, etc." You can do it. It's not the age, not the educational background. She got the Bachelor of Mathematical Science almost at the same time with the ACC last year.
I'm curious, Heru, right? Hearing that story, and I'm going to link it to what would be your advice, right? For new coaches coming in, already certified, but they're trying to find their footing. Yeah.
Yep.
So what would be your master thoughts on that?
Well, again, this is my short understanding and short experience, can be right or not. I like to quote this. I believe you heard this. I do not know what the future holds, but I know who holds the future, or who holds my future. We as a human being, we have a paradox. We are very resourceful, but we are also very limited. That's my understanding. So when there is a sign, there is a like divine intervention, intuition, or whatever. If there is a spark in you about coaching, somehow the universe make you, hey, I meet that coach. Hey, I heard quite many of your recordings from master coaches. They started like, hey, suddenly they got a brochure, a poster about coaching training. Yeah.
So true.
Just follow that. We don't know where it leads us. So maybe like, if you hear, this is a very, oh, sorry, I forgot to say this. Mel, your show is this one. My wife made this, not me.
Thank you so much. Please thank
This
her.
is a cool show. Yeah. When I hear, not all the 50s, but I try as many as I can. Yeah. This is my reaction when I hear the recordings. And I got many these aha moments.
I love it. You are so colorful, Heru. Really.
When you go into something, when the universe or the divine intervention give you opportunity, just follow that. We don't know where it is. Yeah.
So true. That's all part of that journey, isn't it?
Yep.
Right. It's that journey of discovery. Some say it's a journey within, and we have to journey within before we think about journeying outside. Yeah, because a lot of times people say we need to get somewhere in life. We need to get to an outcome and a destination and all that. All good, right?
Yes.
But the journey of coaching that I realized after well, this is my 17th year coaching. I realized that the journey within
Yes.
is tough, tougher even
Correct.
sometimes than the journey outside. And I've heard this said, if we don't journey deep within, we cannot journey far outside.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well, can I add one quote? I like this from Mahatma Gandhi. One of his quotes is, the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others.
Mm.
I just found the word. I cannot wait to share this with you and all the audience. I found the word mudita, M-U-D-I-T-A. You can Google it. And let me tell you a bit story. When I was a badminton player, then I stopped. Then I became a badminton trainer, badminton coach. And I see the younger athlete that they didn't know anything about badminton. Then we train them, then they become champion. So, you know, there are two different kind of happiness. When I myself won the title and got the medal, what do you think I'm feeling? My feeling is happy, of course. But that's the type 1. The type 2, when I become a trainer, a coach, quote unquote, then I can, from 0 to a champion, the young athlete. That's the type 2 of happiness. Well, it's not mine. It's a God. It's his effort. But I think I have a little bit contribution to this success of that person. And that word is mudita is very nice. I cannot find the similar word in Indonesia or in English. So the simple explanation is sympathetic or unselfish joy in the good fortune of others.
Wow.
So I have one PCC from India, a lady, nice lady. I have few, Singapore, India, and 2 from India and Singapore. And I asked about what is mudita. She even said something stronger. She said, overflowing full joy when you see other people successful.
Wow.
Not me, but others. That is the Sherpa, isn't it? Link with the Sherpa.
Absolutely.
Mindset. Okay,
Wow.
I'm talking too much, sorry.
No. What you just said, right? It's like how we can empty our own intentions, right? Even though how good our intentions are sometimes, right? Sometimes it is linked to a little bit of that ego.
Correct.
Right? So that emptying of it, so that we actually can really celebrate with the person who is winning instead of trying to share the limelight with the person. You know, it's like,
yes,
I'm the coach, you know.
yeah, you would not be there without me, isn't it? Something like that.
Yeah.
That's why you link with the word conquer, Sir Edmund Hillary. It's not the mountain we conquer. It's actually ourselves. And you know, I have to be very careful here. When I say, I have mudita, I think I have to be careful.
Yeah, it's true.
Just same like this, Mel. Hey, Mel, I'm humble. When I say that, actually, I'm not humble.
Wow.
Isn't it? When I reflect myself, it should be coming from other people.
Others. Yeah.
So sorry about that. I'm not trying to show off about me, but just sharing. But I think I prefer that word, hey, Heru, you are humble. Hey, Heru, you have mudita, is from others, not from me.
But you shared such an amazing a lifestyle. Yeah. We can live that lifestyle of mudita.
Yes.
Being, as you say, extremely happy, extremely connected to other people's joy. Right?
Yes.
We will be able to celebrate with them even more, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that is so powerful as a metaphor even of the stance of the coach.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's why I love coaching now. Now, you know, it's very relates with my purpose. Yeah.
We're almost coming to the end of the interview now, Heru. I am going to ask you, in your mind, what do you think that future is going to look like for coaching?
Hard question. Very, very powerful question, provoking one. I don't dare to say this is the future of coaching. I'm not a prophecy. I'm not a prophet who can prophecy. But allow me to share my own wish of the coaching in the future. Can I do that? I have three wishes. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Wish number one is I hope coaching can be more beneficial to more people. Of course, we know about democratized coaching, whatever. But in a nutshell, people get more benefit from coaching. That's number one. Number two, I hope the practitioner, the coach, do, how to say it, professional coaching, appropriate coaching, don't do malpractice. Because I got a friend, I didn't want to say the name, confidential, but this is true testimonial, true story. When I asked him to join my coaching course to become the ACC, he said no. And then of course, can you coach me, Heru? Of course I coach you because he's my good friend. And then he said, okay, I will join. Then of course I said, can you tell me what happened? Now apparently years back, he got a very bad experience with so-called a coach.
I see.
That person who is not certified, remember that's why I refer to the ICF study, the research, untrained individual called themselves coaches. So this friend, my good friend, he got a bad experience with the person, untrained person who called himself coach.
Yeah.
And after the session, he said, I hate coaching.
Wow.
I don't want to be coach anymore. But of course, again, it is in his time. After some time, he met me and I said, do you want to talk with me? Okay. So we had a talk, few sessions. This is different, Heru. I want to learn this. So that's number two.
Yeah.
So number one, hopefully coaching more beneficial to others. Number two, we have a responsibility. That's why I keep learning and learning and learning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number three, have you heard, I believe you have heard this African proverb. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together.
Okay.
So I don't know what the future of coaching, but I think coaching is like a new kid on the block, a meteor in the past decade, isn't it? Well, we have our siblings, older siblings, we call mentoring or counseling, whatever. So maybe if we want to go fast, we can travel alone. But I think we need to go far. I don't know about you, but that is my limited understanding. That's what I wish.
Yeah. I hear you. And I agree, Heru. You know, it's I'll put it my way. We cannot be too proud about how good coaching is, you know, because it becomes our own fallacy, right? It becomes our own stumbling block.
Yes.
When we think we are the better new kid on the block.
Correct.
We are called to be a partner as a coach. And so we have to choose to partner with all these other professionals. I call them professionals.
Correct.
Well, right?
Yeah.
Psychologists, psychotherapists, counselors, mentors, advisors, consultants. And then us coaches, right? We're one of those professionals.
Correct.
Who come together. We must choose to synergize so that we can actually bring it further for longer. Yeah.
We can travel far because we have companion.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, Heru, go back to your first point, which is your first wish is that with that, then we can reach more people.
Well, if we think what is really the purpose of our motivation of coaching, to help others, isn't it?
Absolutely.
It's not about, hey, I'm a master coach. Coaching is a very good, the best one in the world. Hang on.
Yeah.
It's about me then. It's not about others already.
I hope everyone's hearing this. This is amazing truths that Heru has been sharing today on this episode. Really thank you from the bottom of my heart, Heru, for coming on the show and sharing your wisdom to all of us.
This is my response, Mel.
You are amazing. I'm going to allow you to close off right now. This is your closing remark. What would you want to leave with us today?
Allow me to share one title of the book from the late Professor Clayton Christensen. He is a very famous in the disruptive innovation. But do you know he wrote one very life-changing book? How will you measure your life?
Wow.
Of course, behind that, we need to understand why we are here. What is the purpose? Who am I? And etc. But then at the end of the day, he said, we all will go back to our Creator. And what will your accountability to Him? He said, to me, the conversation will be like this. This is in his book. Clayton, I put you in this situation, in this environment. What have you done to the benefit of others?
Wow.
So this is a good book. How will I measure my life? That's for me.
Thank you so much, Heru. You have truly measured up to being a champion of value adding to people's lives, impacting them, not from the front, but as a partner, and helping them to climb whatever mountains that they're after out there, Pak Heru. Once again.
Exactly. I'm the Sherpa Heru.
Terima kasih banyak-banyak.
Thank you very much.
So this has been the 100 Master Coaches show today with Pak Heru and myself, Mel, saying thank you for watching. Take care. Stay safe. God bless you. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye for now.
You have been watching the 100 Master Coaches series with your host, Coach Mel, MCC. Brought to you by Catalyst Coach. www.catalystcoach.live. We will be right back with our next Master Coach on the 100 Master Coaches series.